Hi, my name is Ernie Formica. I'm a COO of Security Dental Products. And today we're going to demonstrate the Floss Loops 101, which is a very simple method of getting these floss loops ready for packaging and delivery to certain places we won't mention. But anyway, what I'm going to show you today are the simple things to do. First of all, this is the products we have. First of all, we have these 3x3 plastic bags that are sealable. These are Ziploc bags. So that's one product we have. Then now we have what we call a mint flavoring. I don't want you to look at this and say something else. It's a mint flavoring. Also, what we have are floss loops. We have a whole bucket full here, but what I'm going to tell you right now, the first thing you do is, this is a clean operation. So you're clean, your surface has to be clean, your hands have to be washed.
Sterile.
I'm sorry?
Sterile. Yeah, it has to be, sorry, he'll cut this out. It has to be a sterile environment. Sterile.
Oh, sterile.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Interrupt.
Okay.
Okay, just continue on. He'll cut that out.
Okay. Anyway, the surface has to be sterile and the hands have to be washed. So this is a clean environment. First of all, what we're going to do is show you how to start the program. And the program is, you take one of these 3x3 bags and you got a row of labels that have been manufactured already, so you don't have to worry about them. And what I do is I take these 3x3 bags and I put them on a clean towel, because everything has to be clean, and I put all these bags in line, as many as you can or as little as you can, and you're going to put the labels on. And the way I do it, now people have different ways of doing it, but I put these labels down like this, and it seems to work real good for me. And if I put the bags backwards with the opening toward me, then it goes down real easy, and I can do the labeling with no problem. That's the first thing you need to do, is label the bags, because then they're easier to manipulate when you're filling them. Second of all, what you're going to do is you're going to take these floss loops and take 30 of them, which I have.
Shake it up.
Okay. These floss loops are manufactured and delivered to us, okay? And what we need to do with these floss loops is we're going to get a large container similar to this and put about a half of the kilo that you'll be receiving, which I don't have the kilos with me, but there's quite a lot in there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to open this flavoring bag and you're going to spread just a sprinkle of flavoring on it. That's all you're going to do, just a little bit. What you're going to do is, once you put the flavoring in there, just a sprinkle, not that much, okay? And what you do is you cover it with a lid, lock it in, and you shake the box, okay? So, and then you're going to get all the flavoring mixed in with the floss loops. And all you're trying to do is put a very small amount of flavoring on the loops.
And while you're shaking it, you can play the song by Taylor Swift. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. Go ahead.
Anyway, after the interruption, you just shake the box enough so you get the flavoring dispersed with all the loops. Then you open them up like that, no problem. Keep it on the side, and you're going to take 30 of these loops and you're going to put them down and you're going to measure with the scales that we're going to supply. And in this case, I get approximately 30 loops, which I've already done, and I put it on the scale. And what you do is, well, first of all, you have to set the scale. And
Want to start that again?
And what you do is you press the button twice, and that'll set your scale to 0, like it is now, 0. And then you put your 30 loops on top of it. In this case, it's measuring 1.43. So today, it's 1.43 for 30 loops. And that's the amount you want to put in these little bags. So I take them off the scale like that, and I don't do that. What I do actually is I put them in piles. And I put about 20 piles of these loops on the towel, okay? So now I've done that, say. And then I get the bags and I unhook them or unzip them and put them in the bag just like this. That's why you have to have clean hands, clean surface. Seal it, make sure the seal is...
Clean mind.
Make sure the seals are really sealed, okay? Now this one, I notice, there's a loop in the way, so I'm gonna have to unfurl it.
Yeah, that is unacceptable.
And I'm the quality controller. So anyway, I zip it closed, make sure it's zipped closed. Once it's zipped closed, then you put it in a container, and you get 144 of those. And when you get 144 of those, you put it in a big plastic bag marked 144, and you put them all in here.
So it's going to be,
And there'll be 144 of them.
I'm interrupting. This is just interjection, cut for a moment. This is going to be about approximately 1.5 of these, 144, because there's 100 here. So then they'll know.
Well, yeah,
It would be 1.44 of those.
these bags hold, this bag holds 100, they all hold 100 bags. You're gonna need about 1.5 bags, 144. So for each bag that you fill. So that'll be all done.
And
Once
you
so-
can take a break anytime and go to Starbucks if you like, and then come on back.
Yeah, you may take a 15-minute break anytime you want. But make sure they're not together. But anyway, that's a simple method, actually, very simple. Make sure everything is clean, and if you stop and you do something else, make sure you wash your hands before you come back to do it again. So basically, that's it.
It's a wrap, so wrap it up one more time.
Okay.
You want him to do it all?
No, just the wrap.
Don't interrupt so much. We can already
Okay.
got that an hour and a half ago.
We're going to do the wrap again. Because you need to have more than one. The wrap.
Okay.
You have
Loops,
You have to edit it.
flavoring, put the flavoring in, mix the flavoring in the loops, take 30 loops, put them on the scale, measure them every day, check to make sure that they weigh. In this case, it was 1.43. So what we're going to do is, from now on, all we're going to do is weigh them. We're not going to count them out. We're going to weigh 30 or approximately 30. But if you weigh at 143, it's best that you don't go under 143, and you can go up to 150 actually, and give them a couple extra loops. They're happy, and we're happy that they don't count them anyway. So, so anyway, once you do that, you get, like I said,
Those
you put
prisoners
about
are
30.
really happy so they can floss their teeth.
Anyway, you put about 30, like I said, I put 25 to 30 piles of loops on a towel. And then after I do that, I stop and I get the bags and I start working the bags that are labeled. And you have to do the labels first. That's my opinion. You do them first, it's easier. And once you have it done, then you open them up, put the loops in there, make sure they're sealed properly, and then put them in a box, and then from the box you put them in here, 144, and you're done. And that's for one box. And you get paid, how much are we paying?
25 cents each.
25 cents a bag. So that's pretty good. Once you started realizing how many bags you can do, because I can do 2 boxes a day myself.
How long does it take you to do boxes? How long does it take you to do boxes?
It takes me about 3 hours, 3.5 hours to do 2 boxes. And
144?
144 each in each box. Okay? So I do 2 boxes. I can do more than that, but That's all I want to do is 2.
Yeah.
And once you do 2, then you figure, hey, that's not bad. You're making 25 cents a bag of 144. It's not bad.
Times 2.
Times 2.
144. All right.
So if you do 2 bags or 2 bags of 144, that's great. And I'd be very happy. You will be happy too.
Okay,
So
cut for a minute. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to do that.
Don't keep cutting me on that.
Say something
Oh, I was
Italian.
going to say,
And
I
if
have
you
a
don't do a
suggestion.
good job,
Oh, don't cut it out anyway. Oh, don't say
Hey,
thing will be after.
and I just want to say one more thing.
He's saying something else.
I'm going to say one more thing in Italian. Mannaggia I pesci. If you don't do this right, you in troubles, kid. I send my mafia boys after you. Okay? Everything okay? Mannaggia.
That's 70. Okay, this is off the record.
Okay, that's it.
That's $72. I have a suggestion though, to make it look a little more conveyor belt-ish and easier. I have a suggestion for you. I mean, and you can take it or leave it, but what I would do, I mean, I know you have this here, but what I would do to show them is I would like, like conveyor belt, da-da-da-da-da, get it? You know what I mean? And in other words, like you're stretching, and I know you're just demonstrating, but to make it look a little bit easier, I would like have them closer to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, I was just demonstrating.
I know.
I wouldn't myself. I know what I do with the bags.
Right.
I know what I do with everything.
And what do you
In my situation,
Okay,
you know,
why do you have it facing?
I
Is this
take it up.
easier? Why do you have what? It facing, you said you have this side facing,
Okay,
which is easier.
I have the openings facing me
Uh-huh,
because I do it my way.
right.
Okay.
Then you start singing.
See, and I do it my way. Mannaggia I
there you
pesci.
go. That's
But
easy.
don't forget.
So this is the way I do it.
But don't forget to put the stickers upright. These
Hey.
people can't read upside down.
It'd be great for blackmail.
Great for what?
Okay, now I'm going to do this. Okay, you can insert this later if you want to.
That's what he hates.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate how I put them on. I do it my way. It's a little bit different than most people, but it works for me. So if you have another way of doing it, that's fine, no problem.
Like Frank, I did it my way.
Anyway, I have the openings of the bags toward me, and when I flip the labels, I flip them 180 degrees because that's the way I do it, and I can do it real easy that way. See, I just do it just like that. Of course, it's a different side of the circle.
Yeah, so don't send us 1,000 packages that are upside down.
Yeah, see, I can't. Yeah, this is a little different than what I do it. Anyway, this is the way I do it. And it seems to work pretty good, except for tonight.
Are you going to tell them you're left-handed, honey?
Now you really confuse them. Anyway, as you can see, it's kind of a natural thing for me to turn it 180 degrees the way I do it. But any way you can do it is fine. Just as long as you get the labels that they can read them. With the opening on top and the labels that you can read it. And that's the way I do it. So now that's a simple way of doing it. And then I put these bags that I've already labeled.
Do you need some glass of water?
I think so.
Oh, pick up where we left off.
Yeah, I put these bags, once I get them labeled, I put these bags in a box. You know, I usually box, or any place. And I pile them up. I probably do 200, 300, 400 bags labeled, and at a time. And then I have a supply of them now. I don't have to worry about them anymore. That's one step I've finished with. The next step is to get the loops on the towel, and of course you mix it with this powder, with the mint, and you put it together, and that's it. It's easy. Well, I've already said that. Maybe I have to say it again.
How you floss with them?
No.
No, but you know, just to reiterate, the labels I'm sorry, the loops are in the box. And like I said, you put a little bit of flavoring, not very much. You don't need to have that much. Because when you shake it up real good, maybe for a minute or so, it's going to flavor all the loops at one time. So you're okay there. Then once you do that, the loops are all ready to put in piles.
You don't want flavoring left over that's, a lot because it could look like anthrax or something, You want it to be clean. Like you said, clean.
I thought you picked it up and put it in your mouth. That's why I never see any. Anyway, just remember, the weighing is important because we're trying to give them 30 loops at one time. And if you give them like 31, 32, 33 loops, we're not going to worry about that. But try to keep it at 30 because it's only fair to them, and I want to be fair to them. And I think they trust us, we trust them.
But don't forget, the end user, I want to say the criminals, they have all the time in the world to sit there and count them. So it'd be good to get 30 in there. We don't want to hear from them.
I don't want any gang members after me. Anyway, basically, I'm not I'm not a entertainment type of person, but I just thought this would be basic information. And if you have any questions, just contact Kathy, and we'll take care of it.
Yeah, and the next
There we
video,
go.
Floss Loops 102, will have more comedian aspect to it.
Can I ask you a question?
What?
Why did you say you're not an entertainment type of person?
I'm not.
No, you are. Just do that little rap again without saying that. Okay, just the basically part. Ready?
You know, I charge $1,000 an hour for editing.
Let's go.
No.
Just do
20
the.
hours was $20,000 before I started.
Okay, Ernie, just do the rap without saying you're not an entertainer because you don't want them to know that. You want it just to be real confident. Go. It's a rap.
It's a rap. It's a real rap, and you'll be in prison if you got a rap. So watch out. Anyway, no, that's it. I think it's a simple process, and just a matter of doing it and continue doing it. And it's very simple, very easy going. You don't even think about it after a while. You just automatically do it, and you can do a whole bunch without even knowing it.
And one other thing, breaking news, in a couple of months you'll probably be seeing the ex-president Trump using these.
Yeah, and by the way, Mr. Trump, or President Trump, ex-President Trump, or new President Trump, who knows, has the same birthday as I do, so watch out.
Are you a felon too?
What does that mean?
He and I have the same birthday.
Okay, you're the same astrological sign?
Watch out.
What's the astrological sign?
You know the good thing is felons can't vote. Right, Eddie?
You mean I can't vote?
And they can't carry a gun.
Yeah, you mean June 14th can't vote, huh? Next week,
Felons,
I know. What day is June 14th?
Flag Day.
Friday.
Friday. Okay.
Anyway, that's the story. So here we go.
Was that a good thing?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I could do. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing when I do it, But to explain it sometimes a little difficult.
No, I don't think you had difficulty at all. You did great. Okay, so Lane, do you want to do one more take, just quick?
Well, it'd be good to get one.
Well, I can get one.
Continuous.
Jody shuts up.
Kathy shuts
Kathy
up.
shuts up. Ernie talks.
Okay.
Okay, what I'm going to do right now is, are you filming?
Yes.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do right now is go over it one more time real quickly. So maybe if you missed anything, hopefully you'll pick it up. Okay. First of all, the first thing you want to do is you want to label the bags. Okay. And I showed you how to do the bags labeling, but you can do it any way you want as long as you get the labels on right. That's all. You don't worry about it. And then once you have the bags all labeled, then you have an inventory. So you don't have to worry about the bags anymore. When you get the loops, you're going to get the loops off the kilos. That you're going to have a bag of 1 kilo of bag, and you're going to pour probably about half the bag or less into this container. And you see we have all these loops in here, but you'll have a lot more than that in there. And then you're going to have the mint flavored powder that you're going to disperse in the box with the loops. Just a sprinkle, not very much. And then once you do that, then what you want to do is you want to put a cover on it. And that's why you need a box like this. And then you're going to shake it violently for about a minute. And this will take care of all the flavoring of all the loops. And once you do that, then you're going to take the cover off. And what you're going to do is you're going to turn your scale on. And usually it takes 2 times to hit the button over here to get to 0. Well, come on. Okay, there it is. Now my scale says 0. And what we're going to do is we're going to take 30 of these loops at first, and you're going to put them on the scale. And whatever it weighs, say it's 1.4. Okay, now you know that 30 loops weigh 1.4 ounces, grams actually. So what you're going to do is you're going to put them on a towel, clean towel, and put them in piles. And you're going to have approximately, that's too many, so I already know that. So now you're going to have piles, and you're going to continue that, whatever you can weigh and put on. And whatever amount of piles you have, whether you have 10, 20, whatever you can fit on a towel, then put the loops away, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take these labeled bags, and you're going to open them up and put the 30 in each bag. Once you do that, make sure they're closed and sealed properly, and then we're going to eventually put them in this large bag, which is going to say 144, and you're going to drop them in there. Once you get 144 in this bag, that's 1 box. And we sell them at gross, which is 144. So typically, that's the end of that. Once you do that, it takes about an hour and a half to do 1 box. And maybe if you, at the beginning, maybe it's going to take you 2 hours because you're learning. But once you get used to it, it's very simple, and you'll do it automatically. Everything will go real fine. That's the program for today. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you later.